Hello and welcome back to Digital Media and Missions. Today we're going to be talking about digital correspondence. You often send letters out to your churches, your supporting churches, your churches that you're wanting to get into to share your ministry, and all of these letters are going to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. There's going to be things that you need to worry about, such as your grammar and spelling. If you start spelling things wrong and use bad grammar, they're going to start questioning some things about your effectiveness in conveying your thoughts to your people. Now, with these letters, I'm thinking about different types of letters that I send out. I send out an introduction letter with my digital packet information to those churches that I have never talked to. I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. Others I have called first, and I got an email address based on the phone call, and now I'm ready to send a follow-up letter to that pastor. And that follow-up could be various things. Maybe you've already sent your digital packet, and now you've decided, okay, it's time to reach back out to that pastor and share some open dates that I have. Maybe the pastor requested that information, so you send that out. Other correspondence would include things like your weekly or your monthly prayer letters. Others may be meeting confirmation letters. Or maybe you send out video updates on a regular basis and you want to make sure the people in your prayer letter distribution list know that you have that video available to be viewed. So those are some of the things that I have, and I want to show you a couple examples of what I do, and I'll give you a couple ideas of what you may be able to use if you're not able to do it the way that I do. And the way that I do, it's not necessarily the right or the wrong way. There's many ways to accomplish the task, and I'll share a couple of those with you today.
All right, as we're talking about digital correspondence today, I want to show you some of the email letters that I send out. They're not your basic emails. These are HTML, which is what is used behind web pages. They're HTML-based email messages. So your message becomes formatted, something like you see in front of you. I've put my subject line in the email, the Beck family, your church planners to Butte, Montana. And then I like to label things in all caps at the end of it as digital packet, as prayer letter, or whatever it may be. So all of my correspondence, regardless of what they are, go out in a very similar format to what you see here. And as I scroll down, you see the message, you got the link in there to our website, you got our signature down here at the bottom, and then we have click here for packet, or download printable PDF documents. If you watched our previous videos, you have saw our website, and you see that I have a printable information tab on the right side. That's where this download printable PDF documents link will take you. The click here for packet just simply takes you to our website, because our website is our digital packet. I've put our Facebook link down here if you click the Facebook icon. Also, there's the Fundamental Baptist Worldwide Mission for our mission agency, where you can click that and go to our missions website. So this particular letter is an introductory letter to a pastor, where we have sent this out, and this is the first time we've had any correspondence, and we're sharing our digital packet. This serves as a cover letter at the top. Hello, my name is Dustin Beck. God's called me to plant a new church here in the city of Butte, Montana. Give some information about that, a little bit of information about our mission board, and here you will find our digital packet on our website at this address, and so forth. I would ask that you please call or email me, and so forth. We put that request in at the bottom, and of course they can click whenever they receive the message. Now that you've saw this particular correspondence, I want to show you how I created it. This is going to be a deep level for some of you. For others, you may have an idea. If you know how to do HTML, then this may work for you. I've already did the HTML for a letter that I call my meeting confirmation letter, and it's personalized to what I want that person to see. I've got my pastor's name personalized in here. I have some information. I have meeting confirmation details down here because I've just got off the phone. I've scheduled a meeting, and now I want to share those details back with the pastor to make sure that I understood everything correctly. So I take and select everything. I'm going to hit Control A to select all. I'm going to right click and hit copy. And now I'm going to go back to Gmail. This particularly works with Gmail. I'm going to open a different window here. I'm going to put a couple asterisks in my message body. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to right click it and then click inspect. When it comes up over here on the right side, the section will be highlighted and you will see the 3 asterisks listed. I'm going to right click this one more time and set edit as HTML. I'm going to go find those 3 asterisks again. I'm going to highlight them and I am going to right click and paste the contents of that HTML into this message. And then I'm going to hit the X to close out of it. As soon as I do that, you will see the HTML be rendered onto the page, and now you have a nicely formatted HTML-based email. And again, make sure your formatting is correct and so forth before you send it out. But in this case, I'm ready to just simply type in my subject here and put in my recipients, someone, whatever it may be, and we're good to go. But I want to show you another method for those that are not as tech savvy as I am. This is a very easy process. There's a tool called MailChimp. You can find it at MailChimp.com. It'll take you through some different things. There is a cost for it, but it's not that expensive overall. There's actually a free version of it as well. You can't customize it as much, but you can create an email and send it through MailChimp. Now, the advantage of this is that it'll keep up with who's read your emails, who's, viewed them, opened them, who's opened attachments, and what have you. So it gives you a lot of good information. I don't use that because I can get the email format that I want on my own, and I really don't care about some of the other details. It would be nice to have at times, but overall, I don't need it. So this is MailChimp. I just want to show you an example of a message that was used by another missionary I know. He uses MailChimp, and you see your subject line, Cook family in Italy. They have their prayer letter here. And as I look down through it, everything looks nice. It's the prayer letter on the screen. And as you go down, you can put pictures in it. You can do different formatting. You can add buttons. Here's a button to their website. Here's a button to donate to their ministry. Other free downloads listed here, our latest printable prayer letter and so forth. You can click all of these links and things will take you out to their website and different places, a map. So you can do nice things with it. I could do everything you see here in the Gmail the way I did it, but it would take a little bit of work to do. Of course, everything is branded with MailChimp at the bottom when you do it this way, and that is one of the requirements of MailChimp. So this is just an example. I will show you as well what I do when it's time for my prayer letters to go out. As I showed you, I do all the formatting the same way. I'm just going to search for one of my prayer letters. Here it is. So here's one of the letters that I send out. Hello, praying friends. Our March 2021 prayer letter has arrived. I don't send the prayer letter in the body of the email. It is a PDF on our website. And when you click that prayer letter link, it will open up in a new window and it will show you the prayer letter. And if you look at the URL, it is based on our BexTribute.com deputation website. While we're here, this is the format of my letter. I walked down several church halls of missions and looked at prayer letters and said, man, what stands out the most? Which prayer letter catches my attention? And I found some examples and I realized a lot of them really didn't stand out to me, but a couple did. And those is what I tended to gravitate to in order to read a little bit more about it. So as I thought about that, I wanted to add a pop of color. I like this sidebar. You can do various things. I used Adobe Photoshop to create the background and everything. And then in Microsoft Word, I just added a text box on top of all of this. It's not overly difficult to do. The hardest part is, of course, creating the backdrop to your prayer letter. And, you can get companies to make this for you. If you wanted, I may be willing to do that as well, as long as it wasn't overly complex. But you would just need to contact me for that information. So this is my prayer letter. I want to add one other note. In the bottom right corner, I have a tag here that will let you, take a picture with your phone, and it'll pull up our website based on this ID tag.
So now that you've had the opportunity to look at some of the correspondence that I work with and a little bit of a preview of how you can accomplish some of that, I just want to add that it is important that you kind of have a branding strategy when you're doing your correspondence. If you'll notice, the color scheme across our prayer letter, prayer cards, and email correspondence are always very similar. You may also notice where it says the Beck family has a logo of a head frame beside of it, which is one of the mining tools that they use, basically an elevator to get down to the mines. It defines the city of Butte. When people go into the city, that's one of the first things that they notice. So that is something that I make sure is located on our prayer letters, on our prayer card, on our correspondence, on our website, and everything else. It'll be on our church sign once we move to Butte and start the church. So it is a key thing that identifies people with the ministry that we have. So I try to keep that similar across all aspects of our ministry correspondence. So thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. I apologize, it's a little bit longer than I planned for it to be, but I hope it was profitable for you. All right, make sure you like our video and hit subscribe so that you can get more updates as I produce more for this series. Hopefully, as I start the church, I'll be able to add some videos to share some insights that I have learned along the way. I'm not going to be perfect, but if I can share one thing that helped me, I hope it'll be able to help you as well. Thank you for watching our video today.